like,
no,
yeah, that's not you.
And in my youthful pride, I knew I was the best running back ever.
See?
You couldn't tell me.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me otherwise. So I was like, well, I'm gonna commit to Cal,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna prove to these guys every year I play them. I'm gonna rush for 200 yards on them in the rivalry game and stick it to them. So I turned down the offer at Stanford, and then Cal, while they had offered me, they found another running back they liked better.
Okay.
And they pulled my offer.
Really?
Yeah, it was before we had signed, before we had committed, and so I ended up going on a visit to Northwestern.
Okay.
And it was just on the heels of Northwestern going to the Rose Bowl.
That was what, Darnell Autry day? Yeah, there you go.
Just on the heels of that. So it all of a sudden just came on my radar. It's like, oh, this is another option.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember seeing the flood of purple at the Rose Parade, my parents were like, yeah, that's the kind of school you can go to. We would let that. So I went there on my visit, and I remember I vibed with everybody. The guys who were there on the visit were from around the country, which was great because the local schools were more Cali-based or West Coast-based. These are people from across the country. Felt like they were like-minded. Yeah. And at the end of it, though, you know, it had been 40 degrees the whole weekend, which for me, coming from Cali,
I'm gonna say 40 is not too bad. But
and recruiting visits are in January, so that's like world-class weather for Chicago in January. But myself was cold. Yeah. And so I remember going to the recruiting coordinator and being like, you know, I love this place. I could see myself fitting here, but it's too cold. I just don't think I can do it. I can't play ball in this weather. And he looks at me, he goes, Jason, this was the coldest weekend of the year.
January, right? Yeah.
If you could handle this, you could handle anything. And I was like, okay, bet I can do this. I bet I can do this. Lied to my face.
Of course.
That first winter, I was cursing his name.
Of course.
It's -10, sideways snow.
I mean, face falling off, walking to class.
I don't have clothes appropriate for this. I was so mad, but I'm glad it happened.